Welcome to a mesmerizing journey through the vast lands of Alaska. A realm of natural grandeur where ice merges with the sea, and wildlife thrives in a unique and brutal balance. Get ready to be captivated by a journey that reveals not only the incredible diversity of wildlife that calls this place home, but also the rich traditions and cultures of the native peoples who have inhabited these lands for millennia. To know Alaska is to be immersed by an aura of mystery and wonder. It's a vast and untamed state covering nearly 2 million square kilometers, where landscapes change drastically from majestic mountains to silent tundras. And from frozen fjords to vast, untouched forests. In this land of extremes, it is ice that reigns supreme. The topography of Alaska is as diverse as it is impressive. In the south, we find the imposing Alaska Range, where snow-capped peaks rise to touch the sky. The highest point in North America, Mount Denali, stands over 6,000 meters above sea level, dominating the horizon with its grandeur. Heading north, we enter the vast coastal plain of the Arctic, where the tundra stretches as far as the eye can see. Here, temperatures can plummet well below zero in winter, transforming the landscape into a frozen desert, punctuated only by low shrubs and resilient mosses. However, it is the ice that truly defines Alaska. The vast glaciers covering about 5% of the state are true natural wonders. The Bering Glacier, one of the largest in the world, winds for hundreds of kilometers, sending its tongues of ice into the Bering Sea with an almost supernatural grandeur. The climate of Alaska is as varied as its landscape. In the summer, temperatures can rise to comfortable levels, allowing life to flourish in all its forms. Warm days are punctuated by nights that never fully darken, creating a sense of eternal twilight that is truly magical. During winter, it's a different story. Temperatures plummet, often diving well below zero. Strong snowstorms sweep the landscape, turning it into a world of pure, crystalline white. It's a time of extreme beauty and challenges, where only the strongest and most resilient dare to stand against the forces of nature. In the dense forests of the south, where trees reach towards the sky in a lush green tapestry, life pulses in every corner. Among the pines and firs, deer and moose wander in search of food. While red foxes lurk among the bushes, songbirds fill the air with their melodious chirps, and agile squirrels leap from branch to branch in an acrobatic dance. Amidst the dense coniferous forests, small mammals like red squirrels and porcupines find refuge among the treetops. Meanwhile, river otters gracefully glide through clear streams, and beavers construct intricate dams to create rich aquatic habitats. Along the banks of rivers and lakes, waterfowl, such as loons and wild ducks, dive for food. In the sky, hawks and owls patrol the heavens, hunting their prey with sharp vision and talons. As we venture northward, we enter the vast lands of the tundra, where the horizon stretches as far as the eye can see. Here, the ground is covered by a blanket of mosses and lichens, punctuated by resilient shrubs. It's a world of extremes, where vegetation is scarce, but life still thrives. Caribou and reindeer traverse the vast plains in their seasonal migrations. While Arctic foxes stalk among the rocks in search of prey. In the snowy peaks of the mountains, life adapts to the rigors of the alpine climate. Mountain goats scale steep slopes in search of grazing grounds. And brown bears patrol the slopes in search of prey. Golden eagles soar in the sky, their majestic wings cutting through the air as their sharp eyes search for prey below. But it's in the icy waters of the Bering Sea and the Arctic Ocean that we find some of Alaska's most impressive creatures. Humpback and beluga whales perform their seasonal migrations, filling the sea with their mysterious songs. Sea lions and seals rest on drifting ice floes, while orcas hunt in coordinated groups. Impressing even the most experienced observers with their skill and intelligence. Every encounter with Alaska's wildlife is a unique and unforgettable experience. An opportunity to witness the beauty and complexity of nature in its wildest and most untamed form. As we explore these vast and remote lands, we are reminded of the importance of protecting and preserving this precious legacy for future generations. Over thousands of years, a myriad of ethnic groups have developed unique ways of life deeply rooted in the land and sea that surround them. In southeast Alaska, we find the Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian peoples, whose traditions are intricately linked to the lush forests and deep fjords of the region. For millennia, these communities have relied on fishing and hunting for sustenance, using traditional techniques passed down from generation to generation. The fish-rich waters of Alaska provide a vital resource for these peoples. Who perform ceremonies and rituals of gratitude to honor the sea's generosity. Salmon, in particular, is revered as a symbol of prosperity and connection to the spiritual world, and its annual return to the river waters is celebrated with festivals and traditional dances. Traveling further into Alaska's interior, we encounter the Athabascans, a diverse group of peoples who occupy the vast plains and forests of the state's Midlands. For these communities, hunting and fishing are essential for subsistence. And tracking and survival skills have been passed down from father to son for generations. Along the coastal lands of the Bering Sea and the Arctic Ocean, we find the Yupik and the Inupiat, peoples who have sustained themselves through the hunting of marine mammals such as whales, seals, and walruses for a long time. For these communities, the connection to the sea is central to their identity and way of life. Moreover, they have developed a profound understanding of the natural patterns and seasonal cycles that govern their environment. Within this backdrop of extreme climates, the Inuit emerge as a people exceptionally adapted to life in the coldest and most remote regions of Alaska. Originating from the Arctic, the Inuit are renowned for their resilience, profound knowledge of the environment, and unique survival techniques. Enabling them to thrive in one of the planet's harshest environments. Their history dates back thousands of years when they migrated to the Arctic from the Siberian region and the far northeast of Asia. The Inuit, also informally known as Eskimos, are a native group stretching from Alaska to Canada, Greenland, and parts of Siberia in Russia. Their culture is deeply rooted in the Arctic environment. It's important to note that Inuit is the term used to describe this specific ethnic group, while Eskimo is a broader term historically encompassing various indigenous Arctic groups, including the Inuit. For them, fishing and hunting seals, whales, walruses, caribou, and polar bears are paramount activities. These not only provide food but also materials for clothing, shelter, and tools. Traditional hunting techniques, such as building ice traps to catch seals and the skill of navigating sealskin boats through icy waters, have been passed down through generations for thousands of years. This has ensured the continuous survival of these communities in an unforgiving environment. In traditional attire, clothing is made from animal hides, such as seals and caribou, providing exceptional insulation against the cold. One of the most distinctive skills of the Inuit is their expertise in building igloos, temporary shelters made of compacted snow blocks which offer exceptional insulation against extreme cold. Over time, construction techniques have been refined. Igloos are built using a method of cut and stacked snow blocks strategically. Creating a stable structure resistant to wind and penetrating cold. Each block is carefully and precisely cut, ensuring a perfect fit that minimizes wind ingress and maximizes thermal insulation. Surprisingly, snow is an excellent thermal insulator, capable of retaining body heat and maintaining a relatively stable temperature inside the igloo, even when external temperatures are extremely low. The heat generated by the occupants' bodies is primarily responsible for keeping the interior of the igloo warm, creating a comfortable and cozy microclimate. The entrance of the igloo is cleverly designed with an inclined tunnel that helps block the wind and prevent the direct entry of cold air. Once inside, the space is surprisingly cozy, with smooth concave walls that reflect heat and create a sense of safety and protection. Nowadays, igloos continue to play an important role in Inuit culture, even though some communities now prefer modern construction dwellings. In addition to igloos, they are also known for their skills in constructing shelters from animal skins, such as caribou or seal skin tents, which provide shelter during long hunting expeditions. However, regardless of where they reside, all Alaska's native peoples share a deep reverence for the land and the natural resources that sustain them. Hunting has always been part of the traditional diet of these natives. Over the years, hunting methods have evolved, but many of the basic principles remain the same. For millennia, Alaska's native peoples used weapons and tools made from natural materials such as spears, bows and arrows, harpoons, and traps to capture land and marine animals. These techniques required skill, patience, and knowledge of animal behavior, and were passed down from father to son. With contact with European colonizers and the introduction of firearms, the hunting methods of Alaska's native peoples underwent significant changes. Firearms increased hunting efficiency and ease, allowing hunters to capture prey at a greater distance and with less physical effort. Despite modernization, many people still use traditional hunting methods in combination with modern ones. Everything is used from this hunt, including the fat and skin. The meat of hunted animals is prepared in various ways, including roasted over an open fire, cooked or boiled in nutritious soups and stews. Their ancestral traditions, myths, and legends reflect a profound understanding of the interconnection between all living beings and the world around them. They are dedicated stewards of the lands and waters they call home. During winter, average temperatures in Alaska vary widely. In many areas, they can drop to 20 degrees Celsius below zero or even lower. In some interior regions, like Fairbanks, temperatures can plummet to an incredible 40 degrees Celsius below zero. In these freezing conditions, life becomes a battle against the relentless cold. For Alaska's residents, facing winter means meticulous preparation and adaptability. Homes are insulated with thick layers of insulation. Wood stoves and heaters are essential for maintaining warmth. Food provisions and supplies are stored in anticipation of snowstorms and supply disruptions. Proper attire is crucial for surviving the extremely cold of winter. Residents dress in layers, starting with thermal clothing, followed by insulating layers such as wool or down jackets, and ending with windproof and waterproof clothing. Hats, gloves, scarves, and sturdy boots complete the ensemble, providing protection against biting winds and ice. Alaska is a land of extreme contrasts, and winter is a testament to that. In the northernmost regions, such as Barrow, the sun disappears for months on end during the phenomenon known as the polar night. Meanwhile, in the southern part of the state, communities experience incredibly short days where the sun barely touches the horizon before setting again. As winter gives its final breaths, Alaska begins to free itself from the grip of ice and snow. And welcomes the promise of spring. This transition is marked by changes that gradually transform the landscape and the spirit of the people. Temperatures start to rise. The ice covering rivers, lakes, and streams begins to slowly melt. Releasing the water trapped beneath its crystalline surface, the gentle sound of babbling streams replaces the icy silence of winter. The first buds of life timidly emerge from the frozen ground. In the forests, the melted snow reveals a carpet of fallen leaves and verdant moss, heralding the awakening of the local flora. Bare trees begin to sprout new leaves, tinting the landscape with shades of fresh and vibrant green. Wildflowers dot the fields and stream banks, bringing with them an explosion of color and fragrance. Meanwhile, wildlife emerges from their winter refuges. ready to take advantage of abundant food sources and more favorable conditions for reproduction. Brown bears, newly emerged from hibernation, eagerly seek roots, shoots, and small animals to satisfy their hunger after months of inactivity. In the air, migratory birds return in increasing numbers. Filling the sky with their joyful songs and coloring the landscape with their lush plumage. Eagles and hawks patrol the skies in search of prey. While songbirds build nests and prepare for the arrival of a new generation. Spring settles in. Alaska is transformed into a paradise of renewal and vitality. The days lengthen, bathing the land in a gentle light that rejuvenates the human spirit. It's a time of celebration of life and the promise of longer, warmer days to come. In summer, temperatures in Alaska can rise rapidly, reaching highs of 20 degrees. During the months of June and July, the sun shines for long hours, illuminating the landscape with a warm golden light. For residents, summer is an opportunity to make the most of the mild weather and outdoor activities. However, even during the warmer months, it's important to remain prepared for temperature fluctuations and Alaska's unpredictable weather conditions. Nights can cool quickly, especially in interior regions, requiring people to be ready to bundle up when the sun sets. The weather here can be unpredictable. Summer storms can arise suddenly, bringing torrential rains and strong winds that test the resilience of both structures and the people who inhabit them. As summer gives way to autumn, a subtle yet striking transformation takes hold of Alaska. Landscapes once dominated by lush greenery and vibrant summer colors now begin to prepare for the imminent winter. The crisp, fresh air of autumn brings with it a sense of anticipation and readiness. Residents begin to dedicate themselves to winter preparations, harvesting the last fruits from gardens and stocking up on supplies for the approaching cold months. The landscape slowly transforms as tree leaves change color. Creating a dazzling display of yellows, oranges, and reds. The horizon is adorned with a palette of colors that showcases the smooth transition from summer to autumn. In the mountains, the first traces of snow begin to accumulate. Enveloping the highest peaks in a white, gleaming mantle. As temperatures start to drop, lakes and rivers reflect the crystal-clear blue sky, providing a striking contrast with the vibrant hues of fallen leaves. As days shorten and nights lengthen, Alaska prepares for another winter ahead. While Alaska's residents have adapted to extreme temperature fluctuations for millennia, climate change poses a new and challenging obstacle. Global warming is causing accelerated glacier melting, raising sea levels, and altering the state's traditional climate patterns. The melting sea ice is impacting the subsistence of indigenous peoples who rely on hunting marine mammals such as whales and seals. Additionally, the tourism industry, which depends on Alaska's natural beauty, may be affected by glacier loss and climate instability. Faced with these challenges, Alaska's residents continue to demonstrate remarkable resilience, adapting to changes in their environment and finding creative ways to address the challenges of extreme weather. While the world around them evolves, their connection to the land and their determination to preserve their unique way of life remain steadfast. Today, we explored the secrets of Alaska's vast landscapes, from its towering mountains to its sprawling plains and icy seas. We witnessed the majesty of wildlife, from mighty brown bears to graceful whales that roam its waters. We met the native peoples, whose ancient traditions and deep knowledge of the Arctic environment have shaped their lives and culture for centuries. We explored the secrets of igloos, symbols of human skill to survive and thrive in an unforgiving environment. At the end of this journey, we hope it serves as a tribute to the beauty and grandeur of this extraordinary place. And as a call for all of us to become responsible guardians of this natural treasure for future generations. May we continue to be amazed by the wonders of Alaska. May we be inspired by the resilience and wisdom of the peoples who call this land home. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable adventure.